Hi, Amber. Thank you for joining me on Spiritual Connections by Joelle podcast.
Thank you for having me, guys. I'm really excited about today.
Okay, great. So I am so excited. I felt all giddy before even getting on, and I was like, I feel like she's so excited about this reading, and it's making me super pumped. And I'm like, yes, let's go.
Let's go.
So what I do to start is I'll close my eyes just to concentrate on the energy of who's trying to come through for you. I already felt somebody significant, but I'll get into it more because I just want to know the relationship. I just was confused of their relationship to you. So I'm going to close my eyes and listen and see if I can get a better idea of who this is. It's so funny because I feel somebody else walking to me and coming forward. This definitely feels like either a mother energy or a grandmother energy that they step forward first. But I still have this other one here. I don't know why I feel them like right behind me. And I'm like, why are you talking to me over there? That's so strange. And I feel like it's a young male. And I feel like it's either like a brother or a cousin of some sort. That's what I was trying to get the relationship. And at first I felt like a young male, like in their teens or 20s. And then I was like, no, this feels like a kid. Like it feels like a child 5 or something. I don't know why.
I don't know who that could be.
Okay, that's fine. Let me this grandmother energy is coming forward first. So let's just connect with her and we'll come back to that. I don't understand what that whole thing is, but I told you they're like being like weird with their energy. I'll feel them around my head. I don't know why. That's just like how I work as a medium. And he's like back here in like my back lower and I just think that's so interesting.
Okay.
This is significant with the grandmother energy or the mom energy that I'm connecting with. She's showing me something with quilting, but then I saw that pattern on like those barns. So I don't know if they had farmland or a barn or with the quilts. You know how they do that? Like you'll have, so you're shaking your head. Do you know what I'm talking about?
My grandma had so many quilts,
Okay.
and they did have like farm barn themes to them, like in the patches. She was
Okay.
big on
Okay.
quilt.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
She's showing me her hands are really like arthritic, but she would still like to sew and the poor thing had the big knuckles. It just feels like she was very arthritic, but like she still did all the things. She didn't mind putting in the hard work.
Yeah.
And then she's showing me some kind of apple dish, like either apple pie or an apple dish. I feel like it was a baked thing that was delicious. And I also feel like she took pride in the fact of no recipes and just like doing everything from scratch and like knowing everything and having that in her kitchen. And she was so proud of that.
So I remember her cooking a lot. I don't remember like a recipe book, but I missed all of her core cooking years. So I don't know what her great recipes would be, but it sounds like her.
Okay. Okay. Because I feel like I didn't get a ton of people to step like, not saying that you haven't lost a lot of people. It's almost, I feel like there wasn't that many significant that you were like, oh, I have to connect with this person today during this reading. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
feel like you definitely want to get guidance of things of where you're going in life and like questions about what you're doing right now. And I got that earlier, but I tend to pull who's going to be here to help you out with the reading and those questions that you have. So that's always why I ask who is going to come forward. It's funny because with grandma, I was like, "Oh, do you have any jewelry that was significant? Would you have anything?" And she was like, "No." She I feel like she wasn't like one of those to wear jewelry that like it's passed down kind of thing.
No.
She's no fuss, no muss kind of thing. Like I didn't want to mess with that. Like she feels like she was very hardworking, worked the land. I don't know if they had horses, but she was like she was the legit thing.
Yeah, she was.
She could do everything. Like
She
I almost feel like she made her own butter.
maybe
Okay.
I can make butter.
Okay.
Oh, maybe.
I don't even bother with stuff. Like I'll do some things. I have to pick and choose what I like to like hand make. So that's significant to you. And so that's probably why she's bringing it up of you carrying that same torch and that same fire of things that you're passionate about and what you like to do. And she loves that about you. She loves that fiery side of being passionate and doing things from scratch and having that reward. Did you just cook steak like last night or something with the butter and an herb butter?
No, I made a pot roast a couple nights ago.
Okay. I don't know why she showed me that. And a lot of times they'll do that just to be like, look how I still watch you and I still love you and I'm watching
I
over
love
you.
steak. I love steak.
Okay.
I can't, but I I have to stay away from it. But I love steak. I would eat
So
it as
I saw the butter, like we were talking about butter. And for some
uh
reason I saw like an herb crusted butter over a steak, like melting. And I was like, what is up with the steak? And so that's why I brought it up, thinking that I don't eat steak. I like never eat steak. I love steak, but I like
okay.
never eat it. I don't eat it ever. So it's significant to you. So that's exactly what she's showing you of the things that she still notices and she's always with you. She feels like she's been passed for some time now.
Yeah, it's been over 20 years.
Okay. Gosh, you're so sweet. I'm trying to. Okay, so your question more so like you want to know something with like your significant other and like where you're going or this is spouse and like what the relationship holds and what the future is going to be.
We're at the top of the list.
Okay.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
Oh, okay. Because gosh, I feel like you are just like the sweetest thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would put like the man of your dreams on a platter for you because you're so kind and like your grandma's making me feel like that. I'm like, I will give him to you. I will produce him for you. I want to see where this relationship is going because I'm trying to see, I just feel like there's a lot of conflict and it's just more work than it feels like it needs to be almost on their end of giving you whatever this is. And I don't know if they're projecting of internal traumas that they've had to deal with. Okay, totally fine. But I feel like you are so well put together. You have a great career, you have everything going for you. And I just feel like it's almost bringing you down. I don't know. There's a tear, and this might be me feeling your energy and understanding because I feel like you want to love him and stay with him. And like then I feel this other side of this is too much. Maybe this shouldn't continue. So I want to ask grandma what the best decision is. And then, but I always tell people with any psychic leading of what I tell you, you can do with whatever you want. Don't say, oh, Joelle said this, so now I've got to go break up with my boyfriend or whatever it is. That's not what I'm here to do. I am here to give more hope and enlightenment and like your own self power, like giving that kind of back to you. Okay. All right. Grandma being such a independent woman, being so stern and collected herself, she's making it sound like this gentleman that you're with is I don't know if she's saying like he better shit or get off the pot. So I don't know if that's a saying that she would say. It's not
Hey,
my
for sure. That's a
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So she's step up to the plate and getting a little sassy with him and being like, uh, I just feel like I feel like there's so much that you give and you don't receive as much in the relationship, which I guess like you can always think of that on like a two-edged sword or whatever. Like you can think of it on their end and blah, 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 and all the things. But I feel like that he has so much to work on himself that the maturity level is just maybe not there yet. So I don't know if it's going to come to the fruition of you getting a marriage proposal within a soon time or what you're expecting. Because I feel like you want a timeline, like a year or so. Or have
Yeah.
you put that timeline in? You said,
Realized it, but and I'm in my 30s. So the timeline is definitely there.
yeah.
That's true.
but it's like in your heart, I can feel it that you're like, I just want to love him and I want it to work. And I'm not saying definitively one way or the other, because I feel like if I say too much, that what happens is you end up sitting in the reading and overthinking it. And I don't want to do that to you. I want to give you the best alternatives of options. Where does, okay, where does his brother come in hand? Did he lose a small brother? Did he lose somebody like young? I'm like, where did this brother? Okay. Wasn't like a best friend or anything, like a young kid. Do you know anything of that? Okay. Because I feel like there is stuff unsettled from his past that he needs to give love to. And it's not like loving the fact of trauma, right? It's more of the universal law of giving it forgiveness. And once you give it forgiveness, it's almost like that freedom of letting it go and not tying him down. Because I feel like he's armoring and guarding his heart so much that it's not able to fully give to you. And that's where I feel the hesitation with him. And I feel like if he's able to work through this and get it, like that's where I was thinking this little boy is with him. And I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's his own projection of his own self, just giving love to himself from being small, or maybe he was feeling like he's not good enough. And definitely in the generations of what we grew up in, is that we didn't get all the I love yous, all the hugs and kisses. And so maybe that wasn't received as a child, and he needs to give that back to himself of being like, I am worthy of love and I am worthy, but I feel like he's going to be hard. It's not like somebody that you can just tell him all the spiritual woo woo stuff and he's going to be receptive to it, right? Which is okay. Not everybody is on the same journey, but I just want it to, I'm like trying to make it work in my head for you. I'm like, how do we make this work? But, and sometimes it's okay if it's not meant to be, because if it ends up clearing the path for something else, that will be greater. I just want it to work out in your best interest, but I really, he better step up, and he better step up like now. I almost feel like you have a 6 month timeline.
If that.
Okay. Okay. So it's coming close. So we're coming close to the deadline. Because I feel like, too, in your conversations, it's not, you can have communication, but it almost feels like it's not received, that it ends up becoming an argument every time. And that's exhausting. That's exhausting, right? And I feel like you're so kind in your approach. Like you're not trying to be like, listen, you've got to do this right now and like demanding. It's just I really want this for myself, and I really hope that it's you and I in the end. Okay. Did you have this sounds like the typical grandfather, but I don't know if this is dad energy or grandfather energy, but I'm seeing card shuffling, cigar, and I don't know if he's got a big personality, but he just seems cigar and
Really cool.
guess so.
I have uncles who played cards and they all smoked cigars and they've all transitioned. So it could be
Okay.
one of three.
Okay. Oh, okay. Did this one wear like a fedora specific, like fedora, like thin hat, the thin brim hat?
I had an uncle who wore a straw hat. He was more of a
Okay.
farmer.
Okay. Which is totally fine. Sometimes they'll show me a hat different than what it was that he's wearing. Let me see. He feels very protective over you. He's saying something like, did he not have a daughter, but that's why he felt close to you?
None of my uncles have daughters. And all of the sisters had daughters. It's a lot of nieces. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Because I felt like that's why, and it might be your uncles collectively showing me. I'm not really sure. But I feel like they were so protective over the girls because of the fact that they didn't have any. So they just feel very loving, very fatherly, or even stern to get on you. And whatever this is, they're so sweet. I don't know why this is a specific. Did you have like church picnics? I don't know why I saw in the back of the church and like those, like they're covering the tables and they're sitting down.
We went to like vacation, but my grandma was really into church, so we had to go to everything. So
Like
yeah,
the forest, getting dressed and make sure everybody's out the door. Yeah.
yeah, we did
And I feel like
that.
it's like a big group too. Like it'd be a group of 15 people, like a ridiculous amount that would meet.
Yeah,
And that would be like the majority of your family would take that like three pews.
yeah. Our family put the doorknobs on the church.
Oh,
Yeah, not literally, but
oh,
I was very much in everything. So
I
yeah,
got it. Okay. Okay, perfect. That's why they were showing me like sitting. I don't know why they would show me picnic tables or like having a luncheon with the church or whatever this was that they were showing me of the involvement. Were you, I don't know why they were showing me like you doing communion. So were you Catholic?
no. You do communion as a Baptist. You can
You
take
do?
communion.
Because I saw like this white, do you wear a white dress? Because I saw like a little white dress that you got to wear that was special.
My grandma had these custom dresses for us. I don't know if they were communion dresses, but they were white. And they have I don't know, she would get our clothes tailored made. So we would have like little hand muffin, like hand muff things, and they would
Oh,
be, and those are my fondest memories of her.
oh, I love that because I saw you like dancing in this white dress as a little girl, and they were like, look how playful she was and so sweet. And she was just always smiling and giggling, and everybody would always say how kind she was. I am so super jealous that you had a custom muff. I think I always wanted one of those. Super jealous.
Loved it. I remember it.
That's adorable. It's so cute. And once you said it, I was like, oh, I wanted one of those.
No, honestly, we gotta bring them back.
I know. No, it's great. I can guide this reading wherever you'd like. So if somebody hasn't come through specifically that you want, we can pull that. If you want to ask a question or whatever, I'm happy to do whatever to get an idea of what you're looking for out of this reading.
Okay. So I knew my grandma was going to come through in some sort of way because that's just what grandmas do. I do want to know if I make her proud. She was so instrumental in my earlier years. It just really built the woman that I am today. I just want her to know that torch that she carried, I do want to pick it up and be the matriarch of a family one day. So that is very important to me. I did have a miscarriage last year and I was hoping to hear from my baby. So if that's something that we could do, I would really appreciate
Sure.
that.
Sure. So grandma is definitely beaming with pride of the woman that you have become because she makes me feel like you almost follow in her footsteps already. So if that didn't come across already in the reading, I apologize because I wasn't doing my job well.
No, you're fine.
So because of the fact that she was explaining earlier of how you are so much like her in the fact of poise and kindness, but she's kinder hearted than I ever was. She's making it sound like she was more like, I don't know, very independent, strong, more like if she was making comments, like she made you feel loved by cooking and doing acts of service. That's what I feel like. And it wasn't like an outpouring of verbally expressing.
That's what I get from because my sister and I are the youngest of the grandchildren. There's 30 ahead of us.
Okay.
So when they tell their grandma stories, it's not the same. My sister and I,
The
ver-
loves.
we did, and
Okay.
they got food and the attention, but we got a different grandmother than they did. We got a more loving grandmother than they did.
Okay. Okay. So she was showing me her personality, and I'm sorry that I guess I've read it differently in the fact of like how she led her life. But I think when it came to you all at the end, it was like there's something that in age comes like all this wisdom and of her. having the pressures of holding the family and doing all those things, it got to her when she was younger. And maybe she didn't have that time to give that love and unconditional love. But then it almost freed up when she got older and she was able to give you and your sister like the most love and abundance and like adoring on you guys. And then I'm getting 6 months with the miscarriage. Were you about 6 months along?
I was still in my first trimester.
Okay. There's still a six significance, so it might be June or I'm not sure why the six with the miscarriage. 6 weeks?
I was running on the six. I found out at 5, 6 weeks.
Okay. Not sure. We'll table it for now. Did you feel that it was going to be a boy?
Like it was gonna be a girl. I think I wanted a girl, but in the back of my head, I was like, "This is gonna be a boy."
Ah, I had that too, believe me. And they love you regardless. It's not like they harp on any of that. And listen, so I just feel a male, like male energy with it. So I don't know if it was going to be a boy or a girl. I just feel
Okay.
male energy with it, with him.
Oh,
And he's saying, don't worry. Like you are definitely going to get pregnant again and you will have your child. Like you will have, I think you're going to have two and they're going to be like a year and a half apart. Do you already have children or, okay. Yeah, two, and they're gonna be a year and a half apart, like very close. You're gonna be like, okay, we're on to the next one. Almost like
okay.
the right? Don't they call them the Irish twins? Like when they're within
Yes.
a yeah, like a year or so.
I want to have Irish twins. That is scholarship money.
I love it. I love it. So nothing. Don't think that you did anything wrong. It was just. It's hard to say. There's a pull of me trying to feel out. It might be due to where the relationship is at right now because they didn't want you to be a like a mom working on your own raising the children kind of thing if that was to come to that like fruition, you know what I'm saying? So not saying that's going to happen, I don't know, but I feel like you have the option now if it's going to go one way or the other in the relationship that you're in, so you're not feeling tied to that person due to having a child. So I feel that with what happened. But your child's safe and at peace in heaven, and they're so beautiful and so lovely, just like you, and like bubbly and giddy. And you've got two more souls waiting to come and be like, you're going to be their mom. So they're just waiting and they're in the wings. So when you're ready, they're going to come. And they're so stinking cute. It's so funny because I feel a lot of boys with you. I feel two boys. I'm sorry, you might not get your girl. I don't know. Listen, I had to mourn my girl, okay? I just I was twice pregnant and I said, I'm done. And I got both boys and I said, that's it, I'm done. I'm not doing anymore.
Oh man, okay. Wow.
Uh,
Okay.
okay. And one's gonna be a singer, like guitar and like singing and really like acoustically known. The other is gonna be like very athletic and also troublesome in school. I don't know if it's grades. It might just be grades, or it might be like getting into trouble, getting into mischief. But they're so adorable and they're gonna just dote on you. And I think that's too why you're getting boys, maybe too, because a boy mom is different. Like they just love their mom. And so I see that with you. Like they're gonna just adore you, which is so very sweet. Okay. What other questions do you have for me before we wrap up? You can ask it. I see those wheels turning. I'm like, she knows. She wants to ask it. And she's like, should I? Should I?
So, in the event that I finalize the relationship, do you see anything in the cusp, like in
Okay.
the week?
Yes. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. I'm not very good with names, but I'm getting like this H name. So don't harp on it. I'm like, when I give you information, sometimes I don't like to do that. I don't know. I'm getting this H name, almost like Henry. But like I said, I'm not good with names. This gentleman, if you choose to go this route, is so Like he can take care of you, kind of thing. I think financially, like I think he's set. He is, I feel like he's a bit older by 10. I don't know if I'm getting 10 or 15 years. It's like a 10 to 15-year gap. So that's quite significant. But I feel like he's not what you have now. He's so knows who he is, confident, but I just feel like this person is already well established. I feel like they work in finance, something with money, and they get dressed nice every day for work or for whatever. And I'm like, where are you going to meet this person? I feel like it's going to be a pretty quick turnaround. I'm getting like 6 to 9 months. And I feel like you're going to be on vacation somewhere already. Either, I don't know if you're by yourself or with a girlfriend or if it's with the person you're with now. I have no idea. I have no idea where this vacation is. And I almost
Oh,
wonder if it's a cruise.
yeah. So I
Okay.
should go.
Go find this man. I'm telling you, like, I feel like this person has either family wealth that's passed down or, and listen, I've never read somebody that listen, you've got a wealthy man sitting in the wings for you. So that's pretty sweet. I'm like, how do I get one of those?
Okay.
But I feel like quite a bit older, so you have to be okay with the age gap. But I feel like they're not like crippled by any mean or like that you'd have to push them around in a wheelchair or anything. They're completely fine. It's just that you have a bit of an age gap. But I I like this person. I think they're very poised, they're very polite. I'm finding the only thing like downfall of them is they're a bit strong-willed. Once they set because of their, oh my gosh, how do I want to say it? Like not the enlightenment. When you're brought up in wealth, like you feel like you aren't entitled to things. That's what I was trying to say. Entitled. So sometimes he has that entitled air of him because he has money and like things come effortless to him. So I feel like you got to reel him in a bit with that. No, you need to stay humble and make sure that you're well grounded and like good. Like we don't need to be all like everything's handed to us. But I hope that does come to fruition. I don't want to dip too much more into it because I like to keep it a little bit vague to so that way you're not like doing all the pinpoints and harping on anything. But I think you got a lot of validation out of this reading today that all your loved ones are with you. They love you. They see you. They're guiding you along the way. That you're the most amazing person. Like you have so much to give. Actually, so do you get a lot of shoulder pain?
Yeah.
So do you know what an earth angel is?
Not really.
Okay. So you're an earth angel. And so thank you for being here as an earth angel. You can look it up. So I'm of the angelic realm. A lot of us are here right now. It's definitely with the change of the new earth and like things that are establishing. And so because you are so effortlessly kind, like you can't lie, like you have a problem lying, like you can't do. So that's an angelic thing that we do that like it just can't. So anything that you want in life, you have that tapped in. You are so tapped into the other side that you can manifest and call this rich man forward. Like this guy is waiting for you in the wings because of the fact that you have so much endless power of this energy that you know how to manipulate. Like you've been here before. This is not your first time if you believe in reincarnation. And you're of the angelic realm. So you have a lot of beautiful gifts and your caring and your love that you outpour is it's just so beautiful. And so when you get earth angels, we'll get a lot of shoulder pain because that's where our wings are. And it's like a phantom pain.
I do have a lot of shoulder and back.
I'm thanking you because of the fact that earth angels are beautiful and there's a ton of us here right now to help and you just help enlighten people and just share your love and light always. And so that's like my favorite thing. And I'm so grateful that I got to do this reading with you today. Thank you for sitting with me today, Amber.
Thank you, Joelle, for having me.
This is what Amber had to say in her own words about her reading today.
Did have expectations. I wanted to hear from my grandma, wanted to hear from my baby. I wanted to hear something about my present that's going to help me in my future. And I feel like I've gotten all those. The reading was great. I feel like I'm more grounded in the path that I am on. I know that it may not be perfect, but I do have a model that I'm at least trying to follow. It's important to me to do right and be a good person and honestly make my grandma proud. That's really, I want to do this life right so that in my next life I can be with them.
Oh, she is definitely proud of you. She loves you unconditionally.
Good.
And that's why she came forward first, too.
It
Like,
was.
right? And that's what it was. Okay, hold on. We'll finish asking the questions. I totally have to interrupt. So, the one that I was feeling down here in the back, and I said, there's a young male. There's a young male. And I said 5 or something. I was like, young.
Is that my baby?
Yes.
So it's a
Yes.
boy.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a boy.
Because I told you too, and I was like, I'm feeling like it's a boy. And then you were like, I thought it was like gonna be, or I asked for a girl, and I said, of course, it's probably gonna be a boy. But I kept feeling a boy, and then I'm feeling that you're gonna have two viable. They're gonna be fine. 2 boys. Okay, that I got thrown off. And I kept getting 5, like thinking 5 years, but maybe it was like, remember I said the 5 to 6 weeks you found out, but you were further along than that. But I don't know. I don't know where that was coming from, but I feel like that was definitely his energy.
Can't do it. My favorite message was the message about carrying the torch. This is really important because nobody, she's been gone for 20 years, and I don't think anybody's ever really thought about picking it up and making sure that the family stays the family. And it's so important to me. And the older I get, the more I'm like, okay, y'all, we need to do more things. We need to tell more stories. We need to make sure that the generations after us know who we are. It's so important. So I'm really trying to step into that role. I have some people ahead of me, but I definitely make it known that I have input too. So it's okay. But that's important. Unlike most of your listeners, I've had the pleasure of meeting you in person. I had no idea like who, what. I was doing my job. And you walked into my life. And so I just want anybody who sees not only this video, but any of your other videos, like I put this woman on the spot and she literally read me for not filth, but she read me and it touched me. And I'm just glad to have been able to have a more thorough reading with you. So if anything, I just want people to understand that there are spirits that walk among with us every day. People are here to protect us and guide us. And even though we lose people physically, like spirit is real and it's transferable, and you are living truth that people don't really die. We just transition. So I'm grateful that you have allowed yourself to be a vessel for people like me, or who don't tap into their powers, or people who don't even believe they could have powers. So I'm just glad that you are susceptible to heaven's alignment with you. So
Thank you. That was so sweet. Well,
you're welcome.
like, I feel like you just have so much to offer the world and you're doing so many good things. Like, you don't even know. Like, oh, like, I'm so excited for you. Like, you're just the best.
Well, thank you.
Okay, my dear. Thank you so much for sitting with me today. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.